Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock here, the lesson is about to begin. If this is your first time playing piano, welcome. I'm very excited for you. You're going to do great. Hopefully you already received from us the welcome packet in the mail, and maybe you even got started on the Absolute Beginners video pack to teach you the names of the notes and things like that. But if not, that's fine. You'll do great. I'll show you how to play all the notes. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. You can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. And even if you only learn a little bit of this song and you don't learn the whole thing, you'll still learn enough to help you build skills so you can learn other songs faster in the future. So jump in, give it a try. You're bound to end up at least a little bit better than you even are right now. Throughout the lesson, I may refer to Clopple Academy, and you can check out that link on the website if you want. Basically, it's a program that takes you all the way from learning the names of the notes, the very beginning, through 12 levels of classical and jazz music, through all the skills that you would need to become a professional pianist. So you would learn all the same stuff that you would learn if you're taking regular traditional piano lessons, probably plus a little bit more, but it takes about 5 to 10 years to complete. So you can just try out the first level, see if it's the kind of thing that you like, or if you just care about today's lesson and learning this song, then just ignore all those references and focus on today's lesson. If you're watching this at LearnPianoLive.com, there should be a PDF and an MP3 button right next to this video. The MP3 is a play-along track that you can use to practice more after the lesson, but a lot of students like to print out the PDF right now so they have it during the lesson. Careful, it could be up to like 30 pages, so just find the couple pages that you want and print those out. If you decide not to, that's fine. I'll show you all of the notes on screen as we go through it. And we will be going through 5 different levels of this song that all use the same play-along track. So even if you've never played piano before, you'll still be able to do level 1. And then as we go through level 2, 3, 4, and 5, then when we use that same play-along track, you just keep playing your same version. If you're watching this lesson in the archives and you have a question during the lesson, then feel free to click on that survey button. And at the end of the survey, there's a place for you to ask your question, and I will do my best to get back to you with the answer to that question. But if you're with us live as we're recording this today, then feel free to click on that chat button, and you can talk with all the other students who are logged in during the live lesson. And if you have a question about the lesson, then you can just go ahead and type that into the box that says, Ask Jamin a Question, and we will do our best to answer that question live in the lesson. All right, I think that's the end of the boring stuff. I'm ready to learn a song. Stay tuned at the end of the lesson and I'll show you how to win more points and earn more prizes next week. But for right now, let's get this party started. Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and usually sitting right here is our in-studio student. But today we have a special treat. We're going to have the incomparable Kendra be both our moderator and the in-studio student. This is the incomparable Kendra.
Guess what? Oh, that was kind of loud. Guess what? I got to see the new Mary Poppins movie, and it was really good.
I did not. I seem to be a week behind on all these movies. I just saw The Grinch.
Our family almost never goes to the movies, but we got a bunch of movie passes and stuff for Christmas,
that's wonderful.
and I got to go to the drive-ins a few times. With some of my friends, but yeah.
Okay.
I got to see Aquaman last night, but
wow.
I didn't really absorb much of it because
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Absorb.
What?
So anyway,
What?
the incomparable, because it's Aquaman.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I just made a pun and I didn't even notice. That was wonderful.
You are going to be playing the song, but you got to do all the cameras and all the chat and all that stuff first. And
I can't wait.
And then I'm just going to have you play the song straight up, having never played it before. You might already know at home that Kendra already has her own YouTube channel and stuff. So she's a really good pianist, but a lot of you have been asking to see her play through one of these songs. So today's going to be the day where you get to see her play. And tell us about our weekly activity.
This week is the origami piano, and you can just fold up the piano and tag Learn Piano Live when you post a picture on Facebook or Instagram for 150 bonus points from our mascot penguin Klopple.
That keyboard really needs some tape. It always falls off like that.
Extra difficult. I'm just kidding.
Cool. So I guess this is usually. Oh, hey, buddy, how's it going? So we're gonna be trying a lot of new stuff today, and this is usually where I send someone off into the other room. But this instead is where I'm just gonna jump right into the song with you, and let's try this thing on level 1. This is gonna start on an E. Now I know that it looks like there's a lot of notes all crammed together. That's because there's a lot of notes all crammed together, but it's actually pretty short. Usually our songs take up a full page or sometimes even a little bit more, and this time it's just 4 lines, but all these notes happen really, really fast. So it's a short song, but it's a fast song. Even our slow track is kind of fast. But let's just first find the first couple notes. As you can tell, there's a lot of purple going on here, and that means that we're going to be playing a lot of G's. So everything that's purple here, these are all G's. So if you just like hung out on a G and played a whole bunch of G's like that, you'd probably get like 80% of the song right just by playing G, but the first note is supposed to be an E. So you need to find a group of 2 black notes like those. That would not work. That's a group of 3, but a group of 2 right there, or a group of 2, any group of 2 black notes, and take the note that's on the right and just drag it up 1 note, and you'll land on an E every single time. That's going to be the very first note that you're going to play, and then you're going to skip over the next note and land on that one right there. Those are the first 2 notes of the song. And that's the G that we were looking for. A whole bunch of those is basically the song. You do have to watch out for, like in here, we've got an A that happens on the word frag. Now, if you are singing along, it's kind of hard because it's hard to say Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. But once you practice saying that, you can sing along with the song, and that'll make these a whole lot easier because you'll know when to switch. You're going to switch on frag and tick and al and shus. Those are the only notes that are not G's. So supercalifrag is going to go over 1 note and then back to the G's. And then stick is that E again. X, B, al, do. And then instead of going down to an E, you're going to go to that note that you've been skipping over. That one right there is an F. So that's the entire first line. Let's try that with the track. It would sound something like this. And a 2, and a 1, 2, here we go. Fragilisticexpialidocious. Yeah, it's really that fast. So you'll need to practice up those notes probably without the track at first. Just getting supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Once you can do that, though, you're pretty much set. A bunch of G's here. You got to watch out for the word sound. And is going to be the lowest note. We started out on an E right here. If you go down 1 note from there, you land on a D. And that's going to be that is. And then shus here is an E. And quite is an A. So just watch out for the notes that are not G. Or just play a G all the way through the whole thing. In fact, let's try that with the track. I wonder what it would sound like if I just played G's all the way through. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let me try. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you'll... Okay, so I can almost get, as long as I play this F right here, go ahead and kill the track there. As long as I play that F and that E, I can get away with playing G's through the whole rest of it, all the way up to here. So that might be a trick you want to use too with the track. Watch out for loud. Loud is supposed to be an A if you're trying to follow all the correct notes. And then this part up here is where things get a little bit tricky. Always sound precocious. That's a C. So before we're playing a G, we went up 1 note to an A, and it should make sense, hopefully, that if that's an A, the next one would be a B, because A, B, C. C would be that next note over. So that's the C that we need. Always sound is a D. Precocious. Then this next part, this last line is the one that's going to take all of the work. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. stick. Take it a little chunk at a time. Don't try to do the whole thing. A, C, B, A, C, G, G, E. And then this is going to go from a G to this one right here, which is a hashtag G, or a G sharp, as we call it in music. That means the note that's slightly higher than G. It'd be that note right there. And then A, B, C, C. But for now, while we're playing this track, try to get the first... Last time. First, just try to get as many of the G's as you can, and then the last notes are going to be C's. So try to get those C's at the end, even if you don't get the rest of the fourth line there. Just try to prepare yourself to get do-shus. Okay, let's try it with the track. 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2. Good luck. Here we go. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though this is something atrocious, if you say it louder, always sound precocious. Supercalifragilistic. Docious. Hopefully you got Ben. Docious. All right, cool. Well, that means it's time for our feature of the week. It's time for our... Oh, no. It went away. Yes, it is set. It's time for our...
And now, your 60-second piano lesson.
3-lesson playlist. Okay, there we go. So it's diminished and augmented. I don't know what that other thing was. So there are two chords that sound really, really super funky. There is a major chord and a minor chord. Those are the ones that sound normal and not funky. The ones you're looking for are the diminished chord. That's that one right there, and the augmented chord. Go ahead and jump in here with us, if you would, Kendra. So the diminished chord is the one that we sometimes say it wants to collapse in. So when we're playing it, it wants to kind of collapse in. I don't know what that is. That's your... that's your...
I'm Mary Poppins.
Oh, okay.
Or I'm something like that.
All right. So diminished, this is going to be important. You need to know this to play the game.
I'm sorry.
The diminished
I'm
chord
really excited about Okay.
is the one that collapses in.
I'm like a child. I'm just kidding. Okay. I'm ready.
The augmented chord is the one that does not want to do anything. It's just super weird. It just sits there and doesn't really have anywhere that it wants to go.
You know, I want to say I got this, but then every time I do that, I just...
This is the hardest game we played, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at the lesson plans earlier. I was like, oh, great.
Oh, not this game.
We're doing my...
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is your chance at home to finally beat Kendra at one of these games. I'm going to play a chord, and you're going to tell me if it wants to collapse in, that's diminished, or if it just is weird and doesn't want to go anywhere. This one right here, does that one want to collapse in, or is it just plain weird? What do you think, Kendra?
I'm going to go with diminished.
It is diminished.
Oh.
Because it wants to collapse into... There.
Oh, I actually imagined it collapsing into something totally different.
Oh,
but, you know,
wonderful. Whatever. A win's a win.
interesting.
Let's do two more.
Okay.
This one right here. Is this diminished or augmented? What do you think? Kendra.
Augmented?
It is augmented.
Oh.
It doesn't have anywhere that wants to collapse into.
Okay.
It doesn't really have anywhere to go.
Cool.
All right, one more. Here we go. Does that have somewhere it wants to go? Does it want to collapse in, or is it just weird? What do you think?
Well, it is weird.
It is
but,
weird. Is it just weird, or is it weird and collapsy?
I think it's diminished.
It is indeed.
Oh,
nice job.
thank
Yeah,
you.
so she got all three of them. So hopefully you got one of them, maybe, or you could go back and replay it now that you know the correct answers and listen to those again and see if you can tell the difference between diminished and augmented. It's time to level up.
Transitioning to level 2. This may be confusing to level 1 students, so please continue to practice the level 1 version, or visit learnpianolive.com/level 2 for a detailed explanation on how to level up.
So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out, and if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.